Yo, what's going on guys, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Today's video going to be ranking all of the brawlers inside of the game from 36 to number 1, going through and deciding giving my thoughts on why I believe they're going to be that ranked. So I'm going to be going through each kind of game mode, the kind of competitive aspect, and looking at ladder experience as well, because obviously most people do play ladder, so that's probably the most important kind of way to judge things. But just before I start off the video, I just want to quickly apologise because I didn't upload yesterday. Felt really rough yesterday. I actually went out for the first time in a while, met a few of my friends, of course social distanced, and played a bit of football, and just came back home just really tired and just needed a bit of a break. So I took yesterday off, but back again with the daily uploads. So let me know down in the comment section below as well what videos you want to see from me. But without further ado, let's jump into number 36. So starting off the list with the worst brawler inside of the game, number 36, it's going to be 8-bit. No surprise to say, you've already seen the bottom 5 brawlers in the game, a video from me about a week ago. 8-bit is just going to be awful inside of this meta, especially with Sprout being so dominant. It's going to be the main reason why, just because a lot of ladder games you're going to be facing the likes of Sprout and other brawlers. I mean, literally any long range brawler, so the likes of Brock, the likes of Piper, just literally any single long range brawler count as 8-bit as well, which is kind of crazy because 8-bit has a long range. It's just because of that speed. He's just not really good anywhere, and he needs some good maps to make him good again. Next up on the list is going to be Dynamite. So Dynamite, no really surprise there. His gadget absolutely sucks right now, and he's a really high skill cap brawler, so only a few people are actually really good with him, and there's just so many different better options inside of the game. He used to be good in heist, but it's just so many different aggressive options, especially with a lot of BB in the meta. It's just not going to be too good. I mean, you can still push him on different maps. He's not the worst to kind of push on ladder, but he's going to be much worse than the rest of the brawlers. So number 34 on the list, it's going to be Jessie. So Jessie has been really bad inside of meta for a long time now, and with the kind of aggressive kind of playstyle of a meta, she's not going to fit in too well. So you got likes of Jackie, BB, just so many different brawlers that have a lot of health, and Jessie really struggles because she just doesn't have the DPS to deal with it. And Jessie's only really good mode at minutes, maybe like Gem Grab and Brawl. All the other modes just aren't too good for Jessie, and the meta just really doesn't favour her right now. Number 33 on the list is going to be Leon. So Leon has not been good inside of meta for a very long time. I'm not really taking Showdown into account in this. He's only really good on Showdown. Every other 3v3 mode is just not going to be good in at all. His best modes are going to be the likes of Gem Grab and Brawl for sure. All the other modes just really don't favour him at the minute. And it's probably due to the meta being a lot of tanky brawlers. He just hasn't got the reload speed for it, and his gadget just sucks. So maybe if he got a better gadget, he'd be better inside the meta. Next up at number 32, it's going to be Cole. So Cole, I think everyone knows, ever since the introduction of gadgets, Cole just has not been good inside the meta. It's just literally because of that gadget. It's just not good at all. All the other brawlers that I've got a gadget have kind of got some cancellation feature. At least half of them have got something that can cancel Cole, and especially the brawlers that he used to counter the hardest, they got a gadget. So it's more of an indirect nerf to Cole, all of these gadgets being introduced, but mainly also as well, his gadget just isn't that best. He's only really good in modes like Brawl. I say Brawl is probably the only viable mode for Cole right now. So number 31 on the list is going to be Tick. So Tick has not been good in the meta for a while, ever since the introduction again to Sprout. So you probably noticed this about a lot of brawlers. Sprout has came into the meta and just dominated, so Tick just isn't going to be that good. As well as all the tanky comps, just Tick can't deal with it. He's got a slow reload speed, he doesn't do a lot of damage, his shots can be hard to hit at close range as well. I mean, his gadget is also really trash as well, so a lot of his brawlers at the bottom probably need a big buff to the gadget, making them a lot better in the meta, but there's just loads of better options. As I said, he just doesn't deal with the kind of aggressive, tanky kind of playstyle of his meta. So next up at number 30 is going to be Shelly. So Shelly has not been good inside of meta for a very long while, and ever since the kind of tanky meta, she's actually got a little bit more popular, but only literally in the tiniest bit. She's only good in the kind of comps that have Jean in it, and like Sandy, and kind of a brawlers that support her really well. But there's just so many different better options. A lot of brawlers counter Shelly at the moment, and as I said, she's only good against a really tanky comps. So the likes of Frank, Jackie, Primo, them kind of comps, she's going to do well against. But her best mode is going to be Brawl for sure. Don't really see it being that viable in heist and other modes like that. I think she's only good in Brawl right now. Coming in at number 29, I probably valued him a little bit too low on my worst 5 brawlers list, but it's going to be a Brawl. So Brawl, he's just not that good at the minute. As I said before, literally every single tank in the game is better than him, so he's the worst tanking of the game at the moment, and his best mode always has been heist, and he's just never ever used in heist. I've literally played so many scrims, and it's probably been a handful of times, probably 1 or 2 times where he's been used, and he's only good in like literally triple tank comps, really aggressive comps. But as I said, every single tank inside the game counters him, and he's just not that good. He probably needs a buff to his gadget or a health buff or something like that to make him strong again, but he just isn't that good right now. You'll probably be surprised to see Mortis as high on the list, to be honest, but at number 28 is going to be Mortis. So Mortis I've recently enjoyed. I don't actually play him too much myself, but other people, I've been seeing a lot more usage of him just because of that gadget. But Mortis going to be pretty good because he actually counters tanks other than Jackie pretty well. We can just keep cycling supers over and over again, and as I said, that gadget buff has really helped him inside of a meta. It makes him so he can actually kill people without standing still, so really good. Mortis' best modes are definitely Gem Grab and Bounty. Don't play him on Brawl or Siege or Hot Zone, they're not the best maps, but Mortis is going to be actually pretty decent, and he does play really well. It's just a high skill cap brawler. Okay, number 27 on the list, it's a new brawler, Gale. So I've not actually had too much opportunity to play with Gale, but I believe this is probably a fair enough ranking for him. His best modes, I would say for sure, if you're looking to push him, is Hot Zone. I've tried not to take Hot Zone into account into this too much, just because on a competitive standpoint, Hot Zone, we don't play it at all. But Hot Zone, he's definitely his best mode. Push him there for sure, along with tanky brawlers. But Gale, I just think is pretty weak. The only good thing about him really is his super, is the fact you get to stun someone when you super someone against the wall. And his gadget, I mean, it's actually decent if you can catch the enemies off guard, but after a few people have already learnt a trick on their high safe, being able to jump in and do a lot of damage, people already know how to play against that, and you won't be catching people off guard. So I just think Gale's pretty weak right now, other than Hot Zone. Coming in at number 26, it's going to be Crow. So Crow, I mean, his best mode is probably Brawl for sure. Other than that, Showdown he's actually pretty decent in, but Crow, it would have been actually much higher on the list if he had them 3 gadgets, but he only has 2, so that gadget is the main reason why he's so good. Without his gadget, if he had a worse gadget than that, he'd probably be a bottom 5 brawler for sure. But with that gadget, it's actually really good to push on ladder. I actually have a lot of fun playing him. It's kind of easy to play on Brawl especially, but other modes he's not that good in. Definitely don't play him in the likes of Heist, Bounty. I mean, he can be used in Gem Grab, but mainly use him in Brawl. That's the best way you're going to be able to push him. So number 25 on the list, it's going to be Colt. So Colt, before the gadgets, was probably a bottom 5 brawler for sure, if not one of the worst inside the game, but his gadget has given him a really good resurgence inside of a meta, and his best mode by far is going to be Heist. In ladder, you're going to see a lot of Colt being used, and the main way to play him is basically just a base rush, really. He has one of the highest DPSs in the game, other than like Spike. I think Spike's the only one that can compete with his DPS with the gadget. It's actually insane. But I mean, you can play Colt on a variety of modes, but his best modes, as I said, is going to be Heist. You can play him in Brawl as well. It's not going to be too good in other modes, but he's definitely pretty good inside the meta right now. So number 24 on the list is going to be El Primo. So El Primo, his best mode for sure is going to be Siege. I mean, it's actually gone down in popularity due to the fact that Spike's play there a lot more now to counter the tanks. But El Primo, the main reason why he's so good, as I said, he counters tanks really, really well himself. He's just overall really good, especially with his gadget. He can cancel a lot of people's attacks, and it's a really good mechanic to have. And he's always been a decent side of the game. I mean, he's not the best right now. He's really good at Brawl and Heist and Siege. So he's got in 3 modes. Not really best in Bounty, not really best in Gem Grab at all. Hot Zone I've not really played too much, so I don't know there. But overall, El Primo is really solid, and as I said, counters all of his tank counterparts. Number 23 inside of the game right now, it's going to be Rico. So Rico is actually really good in Brawl, good in Heist, and good in Gem Grab. So good in 3 out of these 6 modes that are currently out. I really enjoy playing him. He's good against tanks, but the only reason why he's not as good as he could be is because of Sprout, mainly because Sprout can just free tap him. So literally is the main reason why he's not too good. But Rico's always been decent inside of the meta. He's always been kind of flexible. He's not always been the best, but he's always been around the midway. I kind of want to see an increase in his range maybe, or a bit of damage. I just want to see a bit more love to Rico. Probably a bit biased, but right. So number 22 on the list, it's going to be Tara. So Tara's always been a good brawler. She's been around the top 10 for a while, until the introduction of like Jackie and Sprout again. So she's not really been the best, because Jackie can just melt her down. Her kind of slow reload speed kind of messes her up on a lot of different kind of things. But Tara overall is really flexible, playing on Gem Grab, play her on Brawl. You can play her, I think that's about it really, but she's flexible in her modes. She's always going to be good in her modes, and she can be combined with a lot of different brawlers. That's why she's so good. She has the most game-changing super inside of the game, so there's never really going to be a moment when she's really bad inside of the game. Number 21 on the list has got to be Penny. So Penny, she's always been a decent brawler. I wouldn't say she's the best right now, but because of her versatility, it's the main reason why she places so high inside of this list. So she's going to be a really decent mid in Gem Grab. You can push her on so many different maps and modes, and that's probably the main reason why. She's not really too good of a competitive brawler right now, but she's also good inside of Siege. She's really flexible there. You can push her easily there, and Brawl as well. So there's already 3 modes she's really solid in. I mean, some bounty maps you can even play her in. I think it's literally just because of that versatility. Her gadget's really good as well. Both star powers are good for Penny, so I do like her. She's not going to be that good in terms of competitive, but in terms of pushing ladder overall, she's going to be really solid. So next up on the list, and coming in at number 20, is going to be Max. So Max has always been a good brawler inside of a meta. She used to be much stronger, but probably 3 or 4 balance stages ago, she's been slowly getting nerfs over and over again, until the point now where other brawlers are just better than her. She's still really good inside of a meta. You can use her in Brawl with other brawlers she's paired, and she's definitely a synergy brawler. You can use her in Heist really well. You can even get away with playing her in Siege. In Gem Grab as well, you can play her. But so number 19 is going to be Bo. So Bo, I've really liked, especially with the introduction to his gadget. It allows him to build up a super a lot quicker. You're able to cycle it over and over again. He obviously excels in a few certain maps, so like Double Swoosh, like Stonefoot, like Snake Prairie, a lot of maps like that, a lot of bushes. Bo's definitely really good. But I like him because people underestimate the amount of damage he does. I really like his shooting mechanics. The way you kind of position and move around with the brawler determines where obviously your arrows go, but you're easily able to get a lot of damage if you know how to play a Bo well. And I just really like him. He counters tank comps really well, and definitely a good choice inside of a meta right now. So number 18 is going to be Mr. P. So Mr. P has been good inside of a meta, probably top 10 brawler for a very long time now. And the main reason why he's so good, I mean, the kind of tanky comps counter him really well. So lots of Jackie counter Mr. P really well, was why he's probably so low on the list. But as I was saying, the reason why he's still really good is because he counters Jean and B really well with 2 brawlers that are strong inside of this meta. And his gadget is really good as well, and really enjoy it. But his best modes are going to be Brawl and Gem Grab. He's not going to be good on any other mode other than that. It might be pushable in Siege, not really the best though, but it's definitely a super versatile option on Brawl and Gem Grab. Coming in at 17 is going to be Frank. So Frank right now, especially with his gadget, is in a really good place. But the main reason why he's so good is because he counters a lot of different tanks really well. He's good with combined with Poco, and just overall really solid. His best modes for sure going to be Brawl. He's pretty good in some certain Gem Grab maps, and he's really good inside of Siege. He's good at attacking his Siege and defending really well. And obviously because of his HP, he's super versatile. And as I said, that gadget allows him not to be countered as much. Number 16 on the list is going to be Piper. So Piper, maybe a little bit biased, but I believe Piper is really strong. This is because of her gadget. Her gadget's pretty good as well. But it's just because she's really strong in Gem Grab. She's probably the best gem carrier right now, for sure. And obviously the gadget allows aggro brawlers not to counter her as much as normal. And on bounty, she's the queen of bounty, the best brawler inside of bounty right now, maybe other than Sprout. So for sure she's super versatile. I can play on Brawl as well, and I just believe she's really strong right now, especially when using the snappy sniping star power on everything other than bounty. You're going to get a lot of value out of it, so definitely try her out. Number 15 is going to be Daryl. So Daryl, I really enjoy playing Daryl right now, especially ever since he got that buff to his gadget. So this allows him to get super really easily, as I said before. But now he's actually found a resurgence in his best mode, Heist, again, just because you're allowing him to build up his super much more. So he can use this with his rolling reload, star power, allowing you to get so much damage on the save. I actually love it. It's kind of insane, guys. And especially his other good modes are going to be Brawl. I mean, you can play him on Siege as well. He's really good on Siege. He's not as good as he once was on Siege, but for sure he's found a resurgence. You can even play him in Gem Grab and other maps like that, so he's really versatile. That super allows him to make so many good plays. So 14 on the list is going to be Pam. So Pam has kind of struggled in the meta for a very long time, but especially in competitive play, Pam has found a really good resurgence. Her best mode, I would say for sure, is going to be Siege. She's actually really good. Oh no, actually, she's really good on one Siege map, and with the new maps that came into Siege, she's really good on them as well. So it is one of her better modes, but she's really good on Brawl. She's a solid choice, especially with a gadget. It just allows for her teammates to stay alive for a very long time. She's good on Gem Grab as a lane, especially. Not too good as a mid. I probably prefer her as a lane just because she's really tanky. She actually does a lot of damage, and as I said, that super's actually really good to play aggressively as well. 13 on the list is going to be Rosa. So Rosa, she's been decent inside of a meta. She actually struggled really hard until the introduction of the gadgets. So The gadget is the main reason why she's good, because you just be so stealthy. Her best mode, probably, I would say right now, is going to be Hot Zone. Gem Grab she's really good on, because of a lot of maps where the bushes can be linked up to, and she's going to be really well paired with Poco. That's probably the main reason why she's so good. It's because of other brawlers around allowing her to be good inside of the meta. But she's definitely, I think she can be used in literally every single mode, especially Bounty as well with the introduction of Poco's gadget. Rosa's just going to be really, really good. She counters the normal generic bounty comp, so I think Rosa is good literally everywhere right now. You guys are probably going to be really surprised by this one, but coming in at number 12, I'm mainly basing it off competitive side of things, but it's going to be Spike. So Spike I absolutely love inside of a meta right now. This is due to the fact he actually counters tanks really well. He also counters lanes really decently. If you're a good Spike, you're going to be able to hold your lane really easily, and the best modes for him right now is going to be Siege and Heist. So that the main reason why is because of the gadget. If you're going to be able to sneak by, especially in Heist, you've got to be able to use that gadget and just melt the safe down 50%. And the same with Siege on the on the boss. You're going to be able to get a really good defense if using his super and gadget correctly. And then against tanks as well, using that gadget is just going to be absolutely melting down tanks. So I think it's really good right now in the meta. The only reason why it's not higher is because of Sprout. There's a lot of Sprout used on ladder. But in terms of competitive, when Sprout's banned, Spike is really, really good. Winning at number 11 is going to be Nita. So Nita probably was just outside the top 5 brawler with the 3 gadgets, but just allowing her to have 2 gadgets alone has been a massive nerf to Nita, just because once you use them 2 gadgets up, and believe me, you actually use them way quicker than you actually think, Nita's just not going to be that good. The stun effect on the gadget is just insanely broken, and the main reason why she was good inside of meta. But Nita, she's going to be good on a variety of modes. She's going to be good on Brawl, going to be good on Heist, not best on Siege, not best on Hot Zone really, good on Gem Grab. She's super versatile, and the main reason why she's good is because of that gadget. So nerfing that has made her much worse in my opinion. So coming in at number 10, I've gone for Barley. So Barley has resurged himself into the meta mainly due to the fact of his gadget. So his gadget has recently got a big buff, the increase in radius and increase of duration, allowing him to become good in the meta. He counters his tanks really well with his gadget now. He's going to be really good in Brawl, good in some gem grab maps. Mainly his best mode is going to be Siege though, and that's the main reason why I rate him so highly on the list, is because of this one. So coming in at number 9 is Sandy. So Sandy, for about a month now or so, ever since he got that other nerf of his damage, has not really been the best meta, not been the best inside of the meta due to the fact of the kind of tank meta. So now Sandy's got the buff back and got his damage back. He's really, really good inside the meta. He combines really well with the likes of Jean, the likes of Jackie, the likes of B. He really combines well with them, and his best modes are going to be Gem Grab. It's going to be good in Siege. It's going to be good in Brawl. It's going to be good in a lot of different modes, and why he's so good inside the meta right now. He can deal with the tanks a lot better with that buff, so he's definitely worthy of the high placing right now. So number 8 on the list is going to be Poco. So Poco, ever since the gadgets came out, he's just been insanely broken. So Poco actually has 3 different ways he can heal up his teammates. He's got his super, he's got his normal attack with the Decapo star power, and he has his gadget. So when you think about it, you can have 3 different types of healing inside of a game going on, and it's actually insane. He makes his other tank counterparts viable inside of a meta just because of these 3 different ways to heal. So the best modes for him are going to be Gem Grab, Bounty, Brawl. Hot Zone he's amazing in. He's just going to be good in every single mode basically, except for like Siege and Heist. There's only 2 modes he's not going to be viable in, but other than that, he's going to be used in every single mode. He's just completely broken right now. So number 7 on the list is going to be B. So B, for a long while, actually wasn't too good. Ever since they nerfed the Honeycoat, she wasn't really too good of a meta. But now, because of the tankier meta, she's going to be so good, because she's probably the, other than Shelly really, she's going to be the tank's biggest counter. B, in my opinion, she's one of the best brawlers. She's going to be good in Gem Grab, and she's going to be good in, I don't think really too many different modes. She can be actually used in Bounty because of the amount of tanks, but they're going to be her best modes. As I said, the gadget got a recent buff. So coming in at number 6, probably my favourite brawler inside the meta right now, and this is mainly due to his gadget. It's got to be Brock. So Brock is insane right now. His gadget allows him to get out of so many different sticky situations. His best modes are going to be Brawl, Gem Grab, He's going to be insane in Heist right now, and he's going to be really good in Siege as well. There's not really many modes he's not too good in. He's obviously going to be good in Bouncy, that's his best mode for sure. But he's just super versatile. You can use either his 4th rocket star power against more tanky comps, or you can use Incendiary on modes like Siege and Heist to get that extra little bit of damage. But his versatility with his gadget is going to be the main reason why he's so high on this list. Number 5 on the list is going to be Gene. So Gene has been so strong for a very long time now, and this is just due to the fact that he has this super game-changing super. Obviously the hook, if you're hitting him consistently, he's going to be changing the game a lot. He's going to be one of the best brawlers inside of Brawl, probably one of the best gem carriers right now. I mean, every other mode he's not really the best in. He's decent in Bounce, you can definitely push him there. He's going to be really good inside of Siege. 3 out of the 4 maps inside of the competitive pool he's going to be absolutely broken on. And Gene overall just really good, especially with his gadget as well, and allowed him to counter his counters himself, so kind of making him uncounterable whilst he has them 3 gadgets. But he's just been so strong for a very long time now. So you could have guessed it, number 4 on the list is going to be BB. So BB, ever since they've buffed her movement speed, I know a lot of people probably thought that wouldn't actually change it too much, but that speed allowed her just to close the gap on enemies much quicker. She already has a good amount of damage. 1800 is definitely really good. Her gadget has also made it broken. The fact that you can heal whilst taking damage is so insane. I'm not a good BB, so I don't know the best way to play her, but she's going to be really good inside of Gem Grab right now, inside of Brawl, inside of Siege, inside of Heist. Literally every single mode you can use BB in, and depending on the mode you play. So I think speed's probably better on every single mode except for like maybe a few Gem Grab maps, the shield's better, and maybe a few Siege maps, the shield can be definitely good. But for the majority of the time you would be using the run one. So no surprises again, Ems is going to be coming in at number 3. So I probably would have put her at number 2, but she recently got a nerf to her hype star power, which actually has made a bit of a difference. I feel like you can counter Ems a lot more than what you could before. So the likes of B is the main probably counter to Ems right now, and Sprout definitely for sure. But Ems is just going to be so good. She counters tanks really well, and especially when you've got that super and gadget, the combination is just deadly. But I mean, she can actually be countered now. She's not as annoying as she once used to be, but everyone knows for sure now that Ems is completely broken side of the game. She's going to be good in Gem Grab, she's going to be good in Brawl, she's going to be good in Hot Zone as well, and a few other game modes. But mainly the Brawl and Gem Grab are going to be our best modes. The second best brawler inside of a game, you guys definitely could have guessed this one. You definitely would have seen this one coming. But it's going to be Jackie. So Jackie is just super versatile, especially with her gadget. So I've been saying this a lot. If you take away Jackie's gadget, or if you nerf it to some sort, and or actually her star power as well, Hardy Hard Hat, is one of the main reasons why she's so good, because she actually gets an additional amount of HP. She's not going to be as good, but she just counters so many different tanks. You can catch a lot of different people out with that gadget, and she's going to be good. Her best modes by far is going to be Brawl. She's going to be solid inside of Gem Grab. She's going to be really good inside of Siege. Heist, I mean, she can be played, she's not really the best. She's just going to be really solid overall, and the amount of HP she has is crazy, and the fact that you can literally 2-tap so many different brawlers is probably the main reason why she's so good inside of the meta right now. I don't think any of you guys are surprised right now. The best brawler inside of the game is going to be Sprout, and it's actually by a long distance. So literally inside of competitive, every single team I would say bans Sprout just because of his range. He's so obnoxious. The range is just crazy. You literally, it seems like most of the time you can't actually dodge his shots, which is probably the main reason why he's so broken. The wall as well, being able to block off different choke points, is definitely one of the main reasons why he's good. He's really good inside of Brawl, definitely his best mode. He's broken inside of Gem Grab. You can either play him lane or mid, depending on what you want to do. It's kind of up to you really. I think the only way you kind of counter Sprout is by using a really aggressive comp or using a Poco double tank comp. It's only the main reason why you can actually counter him, but he's just so good inside every single mode right now. I don't actually believe there's a bad mode he's in. He's going to be the best brawler in the game by far, and he's in need of a big nerf. I probably think the main way to nerf him is by decreasing his range, decreasing something to do with his bounce, and maybe decreasing the duration of his walls, because 10 seconds is a long time, but he's definitely in need of a nerf. I hope Supercell nerf him soon. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you really enjoyed. I had a lot of fun making this, sorry. It was really good fun ranking, so let me know down in the comment section below what videos you want to see from me. Definitely enjoy this. Let me know if you change anything inside of this ranking. I tried to not take into account Showdown. I'm sorry you Showdown players, but Showdown is basically spinning and whatnot, so I really don't like including Showdown in my rankings and what I decide on. But I think this is pretty solid. I had a chat with a few pros and they said it was kind of decent. It's obviously going to be a few changes I could make, not the perfect tier list, but it's definitely going to be a good one to have a look at. If you're looking at brawlers to max out as soon as possible, definitely go for the ones at the top of the list for sure. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Let me know what I can improve on. Any suggestions I take as feedback, basically. Even the bad ones I always take a look at. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe guys, and I'll see you later.